we need to visit the website for Google AdWords, which is google.com/AdWords. So google.com/AdWords. I hit the enter button. A Gmail account is like an umbrella. Now, for example, if I come to my Gmail, I do not need to go and sign up separately for a Google Plus or for a YouTube or for Google Play, for Drive. All these accounts are automatically made, and many more apps. The same way, if you already have a Gmail account, you can start using that particular Gmail account for your AdWords. So you do not need to sign up for a new account. So what I can do is I simply go into Google AdWords. I simply click on sign in. Now what you need to understand that the first time you make a Google AdWords account, the first time when you log in, there are certain settings which you'll be giving. There are certain parameters. These cannot be changed on a future stage. So you have to be very careful. Now, what are these parameters? The first is enter your email address. So my email address, as I'm already using aonlinetraining@gmail.com, so that email address is visible over here. Now, country. Now, country, why is country important? Because, for example, now we reside in India. I am running a campaign which is basically originating from this country. So that is the reason I have selected India. If you have a client and that client is, let's say, is based in the United States. So for that purposes, under the country, you will select United States. The reason being is that later on, if you want to track that at what time have you got orders, or if you want to run a campaign, let's say only from midnight to morning. So these time zones will not work properly if you do not select the proper country. Now, since I want to make an AdWords campaign for products which are basically originating from India, in my case, I will select India. If you're making a campaign for a particular person who's, let's say, it's in United Kingdom. So in that case, under the country, you will select United Kingdom. Under the time zone, you will select something for the United Kingdom. And same for currency. Now, how do you want to be billed? Now, I want to be billed as per Indian rupee. The same way, if it was a US client, I would have selected US dollars. I click on save and continue. My page is loading. Create your first campaign. So as this is a new account, he's asking you if you want to create your first campaign, and he will definitely help you step by step. Before we go ahead, what I want you to look at is your customer ID. Every AdWords account has a unique customer ID code, which is on the right hand side, and you will require this particular code when you want to integrate your account, let's say with a YouTube or with Google Analytics. So this is a unique code, and it will always be visible on the right hand side. You have multiple tabs. You have the home tab, you have the campaign tab, opportunities and tools. Believe me, maximum time you will be spending under the campaigns tab. So if I click on, so by default it is showing you on the campaigns tab. Let us see what are the different options over here. If I click on home, as currently I do not have any campaign running, it is telling me all campaigns. It is giving me the entire report. So this is basically what we do. We go to home just to see, just to get an outlook that how many clicks we have got, how many impressions we have got, our click-through rate, our average cost per click, and the cost, the total cost. Okay, since we have no figures, let's simply go into campaign. We are all set to create our first campaign. Before we create the first campaign, let's say for example, we want to create a campaign for florist in Mumbai. So when we make a search, florist in Mumbai, and we hit the enter button, a search network campaign would enable us to show our ads on the top left corner and on the right hand side. So we can now create our search network campaign. I go back to the campaign. I click on create your first campaign. Under the types, by default, it is creating a search network and a display select campaign. I will click here and I will select search network only, since we only want to display our ads on the Google search and the search partners. Once you select the options, automatically you get all the features on the right hand side. We will be going through each and every option in the future videos. Right now, we will be giving a campaign name. Florist. After giving a name to the campaign, we scroll below. The next option is networks. Now what is network? Now by default, your ad is going to be visible in the Google search engine. That means the Google search results. But do you want to show your ad also in the search partners? Google has hundreds of search partners, which also include non-Google websites such as AOL. Do you want to show your ad on Google Maps, on YouTube? We will be sharing the search partners list very soon with you so that you get an idea exactly where all your search will be visible. The next option is devices. Default. Here you do not have a choice. It is informing you that your ad will show on all the eligible devices by default. Under location, this is a very important option. We can basically target a specific location. Now I only want to show my ad, let's say suppose in India, so I will select over here in India. If you want in all the countries, you have an option, you can select all countries and territories. I do not want my ad to be visible in the entire country. I only want to be visible in a particular city. In that case, I will come to let me choose, and over here I will select Mumbai. Now he is giving me Mumbai has so many number of searches, whereas India has so many number of searches, and Maharashtra is the state. Now what exactly do I want? I can say I can include only Mumbai, so I will click on add. Now if I click over here, if I select Mumbai, my ad will only be visible to those people who are in Mumbai and who are making these searches. Let's take another example. Let's say we want to show our ad in the entire country. For example, let's say we want to show our ad in India, but we do not want to show our ad, let's say in Delhi and Bangalore. So what we want to do is, we want to select the entire country, but we want to exclude certain states or certain cities. First I will remove Mumbai from here. I will say select, for example, I'll write India. I will select India as the country. Then I will select Delhi. I will select Delhi from here, and here you have the option of add, exclude or nearby. Now add, I do not need to add it because I have already selected India. So if you select India, automatically Delhi is a part of India. So that's already added. But if I select exclude, now this ad will run in the entire country, but it will exclude these locations. The same way, if I click on nearby, he will also tell me nearby Delhi, what are the different states do I have. So do I want to include them or do I want to exclude them? I do not need to include them as I've already selected India. So do I want to exclude them also? So for example, let's say Rajasthan, I can say exclude Rajasthan. So now you see. So now if you look at the maps, I have excluded Rajasthan and I have excluded Delhi. Once I'm done, I can simply click on done. Now we have cleared all the locations which we have selected. Now let's take another example. In this example, you're making a campaign for a hair salon. Now people are not going to change states just to have a haircut. So let's be more specific. First, what I will do is, let's say we have a salon in Mumbai. So I write Mumbai because I only want to target people staying in Mumbai. So I select Mumbai. It is giving me, it has 40,000,000 reach. That means approximately there are so many searches made. What I will do is I will click on the location. Now Mumbai is this big, but somebody from Kolaba is not going to travel all the way to Dahisar East to have a haircut. That's a long distance. Now let's say, for example, if I zoom over here, we have a saloon, let's say in Andheri East. Now what we want to do is, we only want to target around Andheri East. In that case, you will select the option of radius targeting. That's the next option over here, radius targeting. So you click on radius targeting. Under radius targeting, you enter a place. So you select Andheri, and under miles, just make it 2 and you make a search. Now you can see the circle over here, which is showing you the distance of Andheri East and 2 miles. Let's say you want to extend the search. I make it, for example, 4 miles. Now I make a search over here. I want my campaign only to be visible within this radius because I understand that people are not going to travel from all over Mumbai just to come to Andheri East to have a haircut. Now once I have selected the location, very important, you have to select the add button over here. I select the add button. Once you selected the add button, under this selected location, you can see targeted 2 locations. When you select show location, he will show you that you have selected 2 locations. Now the results which are made around Andheri are pretty less. That is the reason the reach is not given to you. But I am very clear that I do not want my ad to be visible in the entire city of Mumbai. So I will select remove and I will keep Andheri, which means my ad will only be visible around Andheri. Once I am done, I will select the done option. Now as you see over here, under the targeted location, I have not only selected a state, I have not selected a city, but within a city I have selected a station that around Andheri 4 miles I want my campaign to be visible. Under locations, I change my target location back to Mumbai. The next option is languages. Under languages, by default we have English. If I select the edit option, we get a series of languages over here. Now languages, choose the language of the sites that you would like your ads to appear on. Now make sure that you write your ads in languages that you target, since AdWords doesn't translate ads or keywords. Now by default, we want our ad to be visible in India, in Mumbai, only the Mumbai city. Now if a particular person in Mumbai city is using Google, but his default language is not English, it is Hindi, which is another local language which is used in India and Mumbai, our ads will not be visible to him because we have not selected Hindi over here. Then our ad would be visible to that person also who is using Google search engine with the default language of Hindi, but our ad would be visible in only in English. Our ad does not get translated automatically. So in this case, I will select Hindi also. Let's take another example. I want to run an ad. Let's take another example. I want to only run the ad, let's say in Spain. Now if I select Spain over here as a country and I select the add button, once you change this, you see over here, based on your target location, you may want to target pages, use these interface languages. Now he's telling you people in Spain generally use these 3 languages. Now if I select Hindi over here, selecting Hindi will not make any sense in this case. So I remove Hindi. If I only select English, which means people staying in Spain who are using Google search engine, default language English, only they will be able to see my ad. The others will not be able to look at my ad. I change the location back to Mumbai, and the language is back to English and Hindi, because I want my ad to be visible to those people who are also using Hindi language as the default language in the Google search engine. The next option is bid strategy. Now under bid strategy, you have 2 options. One is I will manually set my bids for clicks, and AdWords will set up my bids to help maximize clicks within my target budget. Now as we understand that there is a model as cost per click, the same way we will be bidding per click. What is the maximum amount we are willing to pay per click? Now if I say I will manually set up my bid clicks, it gives me the option to give more control, and I can set up a default bid. What do I want to give for each keyword? We will be seeing this much more in detail when we put in keywords and when we put in bids. Right now we will select AdWords will set my bids to help maximize clicks within my target budget. We will select this option right now, but later on we have an entire module where we will be explaining regarding setting clicks manually. We will also be seeing the advanced options where we will see how can we set up a bid strategy to focus on conversions, and how do you make a bid strategy which will be flexible. We will be seeing all these examples in the later videos. For now, we will settle down for the basic option and select AdWords will set my bids to help maximize clicks within my target budget. Now what is the budget? It says rupees dash per day. Now per day, for example, I am willing to spend 30,000 rupees for a month, which means per day I am willing to spend 1,000 rupees. So I need to give a budget, which means once my budget is exhausted, Google AdWords will stop showing my ad. Let's go to the last option of creating your campaign, which is ad extension. Now what are ad extensions? Let's go back to the search which we have made. As you scroll to the top, you can see the ad. You have the website name and you have the description. This particular ad has no ad extensions. Let's go to the next ad. The next ad you see has more information compared to the first ad. These are your ad extensions. You have surprise at midnight, you have a 10% discount offer, and also you have price starts at $3.99. These options you can set it up under your ad extensions, which is over here. We have 3 options. We have location, we have site links, and we have call. Under the location, this particular ad has no locations. The same way here also we do not have any location. Let me just scroll down. Yes, here we got an ad with a site location, which means if you click over here, it will directly open up Google Maps and shows exactly where this particular florist is. There you go. Currently where I am, it will take me 19 minutes and 15 minutes without traffic. I simply close this option. I can go back. So this is your location extension. These are your site links. Call extensions are only visible on a mobile phone. So when a person looks, for example, florist in Mumbai, and he makes a search, if you look at your phone, if you can just simply do a Google search on your phone for florist in Mumbai, you will get ads, and you will also get an option for call. So if a person selects that particular button, if you click on the call option, automatically you can dial the florist. I have selected the location extension. After selecting the location extension, he will ask you to select a verified location which Google has already confirmed. Now, since A Online Training does not have any page, I have configured my other account. So when I click on show only some locations, I have configured my account, which is numeral4excel.courses@gmail.com, because I have a Google Plus page. Under the Google Plus page, I have a verified business. Just to show it to you. For example, I'll put my numeral4excel.courses and I will start my account. I will go to my Google Plus page. Under the home, I will go into pages. Now I have created a business page over here where I have verified the address. That is the reason you could see the address over there. In your case, as you are a new account and you must have not verified your business or you have not created a page, don't worry, all this is there in your course. That is the reason you would not be able to configure this. So after you make your page, after you have an address, Google sends you a verification code. Once you verify that, only then you can set it up as a location. So I come back to my campaign. Now under numeral4excel.courses, you have all locations. There is a possibility that I may have multiple locations. What I will do is I will select location I pick, and as you can see, the location is mentioned over here. After the location is visible over here, you need to select this location by clicking this arrow key, which is very important. By you clicking over here, that doesn't mean that the location is selected. So I click on the arrow sign. After clicking on the arrow sign, I have the option where I can click on edit. Now, where do you want to show it? All devices, desktop and tablet devices only, or mobile devices? I want to show it on all the devices. Let's go to the next option. We have site links. Now you have already seen what are site links. Site links are these pages. Site links are these text over here. And all of them could have a different landing page, which means if I click on the 10% discount offer, he should take me to a different page. Let me see. There you go, Google customers save 10% and use code Google 10. The same way, if I go back and I click on surprise at midnight, I should be having a different landing page. There you go. This is a different landing page. I will again go and I'll click the back option. Now if you see, if you click on surprise at midnight, he went to a different page. If you click 10% discount, you have a different page. If you click over here, there is a possibility you may go to a different page. So now what are these? These are part of your site links. So extend my ads with links to sections of my site. The reason being is, if you click over here, you may go to the home page, you may go to the main page. Or if you click on this link, you'll go to the home page. But if you click on these links, you may go to a specific page. So I come back to campaign management. Here I select extend my ads with links to sections on my site. Now over here you cannot write because I have none of them. Google says select at least 4 site links to use with this campaign. It's recommended that you at least have 8 of them, and Google will randomly select for you any 4. I will come here and I will click on new site link. I click. Now what text? I will say 30% discount and a landing page. That means if a person clicks on this particular link of 30% landing page, for example, let's say I will send him to Flora, the same home page. Now what do you have a device preference? If I select mobile, you are basically giving in for devices mobile. Now I want it to be visible on both the devices, so there is no preference over here. And optional, you get an additional 30% discounts, and as you see you have a limit of 35 only for orders exceeding rupees 1500. So I'm making myself very clear that you will get a discount, but your order should be exceeding rupees 1500. Now start and end scheduling. Now suppose for example if you only have this offer for a start date and for an end date, so you can have a start date and end date over here. You can create custom schedules also, but you click over here, that means for a particular day, there you go. For Monday, for Tuesday, for Wednesday, you can make your own schedule starting at a particular time, ending at a particular time. At this particular moment I do not need it, so I simply minimize this option. Since you're learning, it's good if you can simply explore these options over here. I minimize this. I click on save. Once I click on save, it appears over here. The same way I can create multiple site links. Now Google always recommends minimum to have 6 site links, and randomly Google selects the site links for you. I go to the next option. I want to use the call extension. I will check the box over here. No phone numbers are given, so I'll click on new phone number. Under new phone number, since I am in India, I will select India. Now see, once you selected India, many options go away. If you click United States, you also have an option for a forwarding number. There you go. So if you see, it's a forwarding number and Google will forward, and then Google forwards the call back to you and you can track the conversions. This option is not available in India. So I go back and I select India. I have put my number. Now I want to show the following, both my website and the phone number, or just the phone number. I want to show both. Device preferences, if you only want to show it on the mobile, you can click over here. If you want to schedule it, you can put up a schedule. You can click the save button. After clicking the save button, so this extension on. Now I click on the edit on all the devices, desktop and tablet devices only, or mobile devices. So I select all devices, and with this we have created the campaign. I can go and select save and continue. So now we have our campaign is created. Now after the campaign, if you see the structure, on the top you have campaign, one level down you have the ad groups, and the last is you have ads. So right now we need to create an ad group. So he's asking us, enter your landing page, and page is once you click on the ad, which page you will see, we need to mention that over here. Now since we do not have a landing page at the moment, I simply go and select my landing page isn't ready. Ads. Now we need to give a ad group over here. So I will select the group name is florist. And under keyword, I want my ads to be visible when a person is looking for florist in Mumbai. We will be explaining keywords much more in detail, the different types of keywords, the different types of searches in the later chapter. Right now, since I wrote florist in Mumbai, I am getting many such terms which are related to that. For now, I'm keeping it blank. I have an option also to create multiple new ad groups. I will not select the ad groups, and I will go to the next option, which is continue to ads. I will again explain. First, we created a campaign. After creating a campaign, you have selected ad groups and you need to make an ad group. And after making a group, then you basically make an ad. One ad group can have multiple ads. There you go. So right now he's asking you for destination URL. Then write your ad, the display URL, the description line 1 and the description line 2. So for example, let's say we want to make an ad for florist shop 18.in because he doesn't have a paid ad. So let's select this URL. Under the landing page, I will say under flowers, I will select this. I will copy the URL. I'll go back to my campaign and I will paste this particular URL. Now what is your headline? That means when a person clicks on our ad, he will be sent to this landing page. Creating my ad, send flowers to Mumbai. So that is how my ad is going to look. The first line, display URL. Now if the destination URL is this particular page, I cannot write any other domain name which does not match my destination URL. So this ad will get rejected. So what I can do is I will select just the domain name. This is for visibility. So when a person looks at the ads, this is how it will be visible. So here I have sent flowers to Mumbai. In the later chapters, we will talk much more in detail regarding what are punchlines, what lines we should use. Very important, the call to action lines. So right now I'll simply make the ad just to create the ad. So send florist in Mumbai, delivery within 2 hours. Oh, it's running in red. So within, I'll come back to the next line. Within 2 hours of order, comma, 30% off. Now, device preference. So it's not only for mobile. Now you can see the multiple ads over here. So I can make multiple ads. Now he's giving me different samples, and same way students, you have multiple samples over here. These are how our ads are going to be visible. So side ad preview, this is how it will look, and if it is visible on the top, this is how it is going to look. So I simply click on save. Now if you want to create multiple ads, it is always recommended to select multiple ads. What Google will do is he will randomly throw these ads so that you can check which particular ad is giving you a better conversion. Right now we have made a simple ad. We have not gone much more in detail regarding call to action, what words to use. We will be discussing that a little more in detail. Right now we just have created the ad and we will go into save and finish. Since my billing is not given, I will again select on save and finish. And here we are. We have created the first campaign. Now on the left hand side, you can see florist, which is the campaign name. Under the campaign, you have the ad group, which is florist Mumbai. You can see it over here. And under the ad group, you can have ads. We have learned to create our first ad. We would look forward to meet you in the next video where we can explore many more options of AdWords. Thank you.